G'day tankers, welcome back to Ziggy Does Tanks. This is part one of a two-part episode, I guess. We've recorded this quite some time ago. This is one morning before I think a Sunday stream. Myself and Haydz and Clunker decided to get together and do some low tier plats on the Australian server. This is going to be 4 games over 2 parts of the absolute fun we had playing these tanks in the low tiers in the ANZ server. Would thoroughly recommend that you get onto the Aussie server and kick around in the lower tiers, because yes, you get bots, but you know what, they're a lot of fun, and you know, you're keeping up the population of the ANZ server, which can only be a good thing. And let's face it, if more of us got on the ANZ server during the day, there would be no need for bots to come into it, because more people on the server, more people play the tiers, and less bots. So anyhow, let's have a look at this. This is us on Siegfried line, heading out to behind the city first up, where we're moving at a reasonable clip. I'm about to demonstrate something that Haydz and Clunker didn't know about here: washing my tank. This is a great way to get up without being detected to the back of the city. There's probably other ways of doing it, but this one's a bit more fun. So double dip the tank, and can't lie that I was a little bit panicky here because it wasn't coming up as quick as I thought, but I made it. There's a less steep track out of that there, but I never found it on that occasion, obviously. Anyhow, tank's all shiny. Let's move in. So we've got our eyes set on this Wolverine first up. I auto lock on him. Haydz and Clunker clean him up. There's the M8. Once again, Haydz and Clunker knocked them over, and the other tank up there, I think it was another M8A1. And I'm about to bite off more than I can chew here, but hey, that's the way it is. Haydz and Clunker are doing real well here, just kicking everything that they can. There's my first kill. I decided to go in against this this thing, F30, T28E F30, which has got a big gun on it, a big gun. And I keep on forgetting, every time I come up against it, I keep on forgetting it's got a big gun. So, yeah, I paid for that. Lost over half my health on that one exchange, I think. So I decided to go around and pick on a Churchill, which has got slightly smaller guns. No, that's my fingers again playing up. And he's just going to sit there, so I'm just going to keep on trying to hammer him. Of course, the turret side wouldn't go through the turret side, which is, yeah, neither here nor there in the long run, because he went down. Both Clunker and Haydz have now got 3 kills each. Now it's up to me to get 3 kills to get our, not a crucial contribution, what do you call it, brothers in arms. So. And this is where I panicked a little bit. I was saying, boys, this guy's turret is turning. Please help me. Please help me. Please help me. And it turns out I didn't need it. So that's 3 kills each. Now we're going to do is stay alive for the brothers in arms. And this is the good thing about playing these lower tiers. You know, you can set little challenges for yourself when you plat up. And I definitely recommend platting up, because it's a whole lot more fun when you plat up. Just, you know, running around in these things, it's a lot of fun, a lot of giggles. I don't think I laughed so hard in all my life as when we're doing this. But I recommend platting up and setting yourself goals. You know, try and get brothers in arms. Try to get crucial contribution, which I think is 12 kills between the plat. You know, set yourself goals, have a bit of fun. It's all good fun. And the main thing is, while you're doing this, you're keeping the Aussie server alive, right? So That's a bit of a sneaky shot, I think. Now I realise that holy shit, there's a Top Gun on offer for me here, so I decided to bolt out to the field and try and get some spots on this guy wherever he might be. Tank traps mean nothing to this tank. I used to enjoy when the tank traps used to actually trap you. That was always a bit of fun and a bit challenging to get through them without getting trapped, but Wargaming and the Infinite Wisdom decided tank traps not trapping tanks anymore was a good thing, so... And that's the Top Gun for me. So there you go, we got 12 kills between us, so that should be a brothers in arms and a crucial contribution.
Results from Deep Fried line, Siegfried line, Mastery badge, Ace Tanker, Bruiser, Fire for Effect, Crucial Contribution, Brothers in Arms, High Caliber and Top Gun, 71,584 coin, 15,817 XP and 2 bonds. Finished top on damage with Clunker and Haydz in 2nd and 3rd place, top on XP, and as I say, 2,327 damage, 28 shots fired, 25 hit, 23 panned, 303 damage with my assistance, spotting damage. We obviously had boosters running here which don't show up on here, but 43,000 before tax, 57,982, so that would be the booster.
So yeah, you can see that the boosters really help, and you can also see that we did get a crucial contribution and a brothers in arms out of that. So pretty good game, I thought. But anyhow, the next one is where are we? I can't remember where we are. I think it's Fishing Bay. Fishing Bay, yeah, that's it. Fishing Village, Fisherman's Bay, I think it's officially called. I call it Fishing Bay. So again, Clunker, myself and Haydz running around in the Panzer 5-4, the Panzer 4H and the Panzer 3-4. I think we decided to go to the city. Haydz took off with his barrel erect up towards the centre, but I think we decided to go to the city here and try and clean it out early. And yeah, so we're off to the city, and I do think we run into a bit of opposition here, but I think it's until a bit further down into the village. I can't quite remember these games, they were quite some time ago, but let's just see how it unfolds, shall we? And yeah, we'll take it from there. So this tank was a I can't remember where I got this tank from. I think I got it. It was originally only an alpha testers tank, but Wargaming re-released it some time ago. It may have been in the Christmas boxes, I think. I don't think it was a mission marathon thing. I think it was in the Christmas boxes. Oh no, it was in the first black market. I picked it up on the first black market. That's right, it was in the first black market. And it was one tank I didn't have in my collection, because anyone that knows me knows that I collect. Wow, that was a big shot from that little bugger. He only hit me for 34 damage, but he certainly stopped my forward progress rather quickly. But HE, obviously, I think it must have been. Was it HE? Yes, it was HE. So as I say, yes, this tank was one that I never had in my collection, obviously because it was an alpha testers and I wasn't around for alpha testers, alpha testing. But I managed to pick it up in the black market, and well worth it, I think. It's a good fun tank. It's a bloody Panther, hull with a Panzer 4 turret on it, and it can take a bit of a hitting, right? So people generally fire APCR or HE at it to make any impression on it, but if you get the angles right, you can bounce quite a bit. So I think we've cleaned out the city. I think we're heading over towards to try and clean out the back of the cap, but then we noticed the centre of the village, the village in the centre. The guys seem to bug out from there and go into the city after the DW2 and the B1. So I think we decided to turn around and go back here. and clean them out. But you see all the ones in the centre. You see the T-34 moving towards the city now, and we thought, no, we better go back and clean these buggers out because they're all making a move into the city. It's almost like they waited for us to work our way through it and then make their move down to the city and work their way to our cap from there. So we have a Luke's fiercely protecting our cap. No, I think he's actually AFK. I don't think he loaded in. Is he a bot? He's not a bot, so he's a real player. And I'm predicting that probably the bots will do more work than him this time around because he hasn't loaded in. And people knock bots. Sorry, I shouldn't say that. The guy probably may have had computer problems, could have had anything. Maybe he just fell asleep. Maybe he took a phone call. Who knows? There's millions of reasons why people don't move from spawn. They could have had something happen in real life that stopped them from playing the game. Who knows? Everyone gets a bit critical of people like that, but Jesus, I've loaded into a game and copped a phone call from work and had to, when I'm on leave and cop a phone call from work, you still got to take it, so that can screw up your game, right? So it happens. Not that I have to worry about work anymore because I'm retired, but yeah, gives me more time to play tanks on the Aussie server. So I'm doing that. I am definitely doing that. Although by the time you're watching this, I'm actually on my birthday holiday. My wife has taken me away for my birthday, so we're taking 2 weeks off, and 2 weeks off from being retired. How does that even work? But you know what I mean, right? There'll be no uploads, well, there'll be uploads, but there'll be no Twitch streams from me for a couple of weeks till probably early April. I'll be back probably on the 2nd or the 3rd of April, so we'll see how we go after that. But yeah, we're going away for a couple of weeks. So now it's time to, I mean, gee whiz, by the time this game's over, I think you'll see that we've almost done a complete lap of this map. We really did travel a long way to do what we've done here. But you see that Haydz and Clunker have gone up to the centre to try and clean the centre out, and I'm going to continue moving over this way to clean these guys out, and then I'll just leave the back corner to sort out after that. So righto, just leaves the DW2 down here now. And the DW2 comes around the corner just as the RBFM is spotted, and I thought, well, I'm not going up there because he will carve me up, that RBFM. They've got a great gun on them, and they do a lot of damage to this tank, as I've found out to my chagrin in a number of occasions in this day. Well, we're only obviously showing you the great games that we had. We had some shockers as well, and I went up there to try and spot that RBFM again, but didn't spot him, so move on. We had some shockers, and we lost quite badly in a couple of games, but obviously with all YouTubers, you rarely see the bad games, so I'm not going to break that tradition, right? So we're heading up to clean up this. I think he's the last tank. Yes, he is. It was only a 12-a-side game, I believe. But anyhow, so we're heading up to clean up this last tank, and you'll note that Clunker and I are on 5 kills each. I thought, this is another easy top gun. I'm on this guy so much, but then I look down in the mini-map and I see that Clunker's boring through behind me. And the worst part about it is, when you're playing platoons, you've got to compete for, medals and stuff like that. So I am doing this guy some nasty stuff, and then boom, you'll notice that Clunker's shot got him. The little seagull took him, and I couldn't get a shot into him. I don't think we could do team damage at the time, but we had some fun.
Fishing Bay.
But Yeah.
Mastery badge, ace tanker, bruiser, hand of God, duelist, fighter, fire for effect, shell proof, cool headed, steel wall, high caliber. Finished top on damage there. Clunker got 6 kills for the top gun, seagulling. No, joking. He deserved that. He played really well. First, second and third on XP there for the 3 of us. Actually, no, not XP. Must have been damage. Yeah, damage was sorted on there. First, second and fourth for XP. 32 shots fired, 26 hit, 25 panned, 2,359 damage, as I said, and 0 spotting damage that game. 107,000 coin before tax, 99,982 after tax.
So that's it for part 1, guys, of this video. Look, just remember the Australia servers is there, so get out and play it, otherwise we'll lose it. So hook in.